A gorgeous day 2 sets the stage for a heavy event schedule, but we begin our afternoon on the Jeep Slopestyle course as we welcome you to the Women's Snowboard Slopestyle Final. What's happening, everybody? Brandon Graham alongside the pro Craig McMorris with Corbin Harris down on the course. Craig, this field may be the most competitive we've ever seen at a women's slopestyle contest.
I couldn't agree more, Brando.
Thank
the
you.
onslaught of double corks that will go down if speed is not a factor today will be nothing short of amazing. We have a very talented field, as you mentioned. We are going to see some things we have never seen on a slopestyle course from the women before.
Just a terrific look there at the Jeep Slopestyle course. A little different than what we've seen from years past. A little more techie up top.
The first rail section, well, the first two, if you will, forces the riders to slow down. In a lot of slopestyles, we'll see riders try and gap to rails,
right,
bring speed. It looks impressive, but not as technically difficult to get to the end of the rail. But here, it forces you to slow down.
Well, as we said, a very competitive field, perhaps the most competitive we've ever seen here at the X Games stage. A look at the finals format: 8 riders, 3 runs each. The best score counts. Now, if you remember last year in the finals, we only had 2 runs. Girls really had to go for broke. Getting that one additional run back, oh so paramount here in this format.
It lets you just swing for the fences. You know you can go all in, and we have a field that is going to swing for the fences, Brando. All 8 riders, pardon me, 7 of the 8 have medaled here at the X Games. The only one who hasn't, that very first one, Layla Iwabuchi. She's an alternate, taking the place of Spencer O'Brien, who will not be riding today.
That's right, Layla, our lone rookie in the field, but just talent on talent on talent. Of course, Julia Marino, our defending gold medalist, as an X Games rookie. And we can't forget about Jamie Anderson, the most dominant slopestyle rider, men or woman, by the way, in history at X Games. She's got 6 consecutive silver medals. What can she do to get back on top?
She needs that technicality on the jumps. She's got it all. She's so stylish. She can do a lot of tricks, but we saw the double cork come into women's snowboarding and come into women's snowboarding furiously.
Right.
Anna Gasser, Julia Marino, just to name a few. They were dropping double corks, and Jamie Anderson was not getting rewarded.
Yeah, Jamie was looking for a 14th consecutive medal. If she does that, she ties Jamie Bestwick, of course, the BMX legend, for all-time longest streaks. It's just insane. Jamie Anderson has not won a gold medal since 2013, and she's still the most dominant athlete in this discipline.
Now, there is some speed issues today with that new snow falling. Let's throw it down to our 3rd member of our team. Corbin, what do you have to say today?
Hey guys, how you doing?
We're doing great. What's happening
Mate,
down on the course, bud?
It's all happening down here. Obviously, as you know, it's been pushed back 15 minutes. It was a little slow at the start for the girls. Mixed reports down here from the athletes. Christy out in New Zealand is loving it. She's got a smile from ear to ear. She's finding no problems at all. But there's a couple of other girls, Celia not liking it at all. Anna also having some problems with the speed. So very mixed reports, but as the sun comes out, hopefully it's going to get a lot faster.
Thank you, Corbin. Yeah, as a pro, as a guy who has hit this slopestyle course all week, given the conditions right now, for some fans watching at home that maybe don't understand what that means as far as the speed goes, how much does that impact the ladies riding out here today?
It greatly impacts it, Brando. With that fresh snow mixed in, it's going to slow down the riders. Now, for the women, it's definitely more of a struggle. We look at Layla Iwabuchi. She is 4'11", 97 pounds. So that's not a lot of weight on the snowboard. When I get my big gut going down that thing, I have no trouble. But if you're that light, it's hard to make the jump. And you need a certain amount of speed to go off the takeoff and make it into that safe landing zone, which gives you more speed to hit the next jump. So if you're not making any of the jumps, you can't hit them consecutively.
Given the circumstances, obviously, this is an event that year in, year out, we see progression on both the men's and women's side. When the course is like this, conditions are like this, does it just feel like sometimes a full pull, a clean run, might be what you need to just get on the podium?
That's true. Hit the jumps. We saw a number of the women in practice just keep it simple. backside 360s, frontside 360s, and that's competitive snowboarding. It's not ideal all the time. The jumps are built perfect, but you know what? Mother Nature has her way with it, and sometimes it's going to slow it down. So a backside 360, some 540s. Maybe it's not the double underflips or the double corks we were talking about or hoping to see, but it's still a slopestyle competition.
Well, as we said, Julia Marino, Jules, is our defending gold medalist, really the only slopestyle athlete to medal in all of her events last year at X Games. That included Aspen and Norway. Sneaky, just kind of under the radar. That's how her riding has been, but she's off to a terrific X Games start. Certainly Jamie Anderson needs no introduction. We've talked about her accolades. Somebody that really warrants a lot of attention, and I think a lot of people expect her to win this thing outright. Anna Gasser. 2017 was the year of Anna.
She dominated. Honestly dominated. She was the sports person of the year in Austria. A huge accolade outside of action sports and all sports. And that's a huge sporting country. Now, Anna Gasser, the reason she has got so much attention is because her air awareness.
Right.
She's got that cab double underflip. I had the pleasure of riding practice with her the other day, and she was standing at the top. She's like, Craig, I'm really, really scared. And I said, what's wrong, Anna? She's like, I want to do a back 10 double on the first jump, but I want to grab melon this time. So she's switching up grabs on double corks, which is extremely impressive. And if you follow her on Instagram, you got to see she put that melon back 10 down. We hope we get to see it in this slopestyle final here today. But I mean, she is so good. She also, here's some insider trading, folks. She's learned a front double 9. She has not brought it into competition, and she's not very confident with it, but I was chatting with her and she said maybe she might bring it out.
Well, we'd love to see that. Again, if the conditions warrant it, certainly it becomes, is the risk worth the reward at this point? Does she even need it? But truly, 2017, what a year for Anna Gasser. Also won an SB for the best female action sports athlete, Trans World Rider of the Year, such as prestigious award, and the Reader's Choice Award. Overall, FIS Big Air Crystal Globe winner. Coming in hot.
She's coming in hot, but she needs to be coming into these jumps hot. We talked about all these tricks that she's got, but she's only 114 pounds, and if you're not heavy enough to make the jumps, it doesn't matter what tricks you can do.
There's a good look at the money booter, the final jump here in this course. As we've said, some really interesting little trinkets on this course, including the quarter pipe and the additional rail section. You know, generally in years past, we've always had a rail garden, and the guys have had their choice of what they want to hit. Now it looks like the judges say, and we did see the men's slopestyle qualifier yesterday, they're judging it tight. You can't just give us jumps, you can't just give us rails. We need to see a complete run top to bottom.
Absolutely. We saw Red Gerard, Darcy Sharp, Nicholas Baden, he didn't land the jumps, but those guys were so tech on the rails. They were riding this course the way it was supposed to be ridden. You have to be very creative with your line choice. You have to have extremely technical tricks, because as you look at this, these aren't the biggest rails we've seen at X Games, but they're very difficult to get to the end and forces you to slow down. So if the women were watching that, they can definitely cater their line choice. They can cut their line choice to something that the judges are going to like, something more technical, maybe a little bit slower.
Well, let's break down this Jeep slopestyle course, shall we? We begin right there at the top.
So 2 up rail choices. You can gain a lot of speed, and those are very high speed maneuvers because as you see, this camera will bring it back, there's very flat. Got a little up to butter pad. Seb Toots was doing a backside 180 out. Got a down flat and a down flat down rail. That down flat down rail closest to you watching is extremely big and extremely steep. So if you can slide through that, definitely the judges will reward it. And then into this second section here, Brando, we saw Red Gerard switch backside 270, pull back on that flat down. Very technical, rewarded greatly for that. But as we step out of that blue rail section, we come into what we've aptly named the Monster Pump House section. This is where you gain that speed. You see that rainbow rail, you see that A-frame rail. Those are gap high-speed features that set you up for the famous 3-pack, Brando.
That's right. As we get through the rail section, this is where the checks are cashed.
That first jump a little bit smaller, which in my opinion is going to help the women.
Absolutely.
Lets you set up.
Yep.
We're going to see a lot of cab double underflips, definitely from Julia Morano, and that's the jump that Anna Gasser was doing, that backside 1080 melon grab I was talking about. And then it comes into this I've named the bread loaf. because it looks kind of like a bread loaf sitting there. You can have the choice of hitting the quarter pipes. We saw Red Gerard do a beautiful frontside 1080 off the toes on that quarter pipe, or you have the choice of going up and over, and that sets you in to Brando. I just want to hear you say it.
The Money Booter!
Perfectly shaped this year. You're going to see riders on the men's side going triple 16, and on the women, they're going to be dropping some double corks, stuff that we have never seen before.
We say it, that's where the checks are cashed. It's really where the gold medals are earned, right off that Money Booter. If you got a chance to watch yesterday during the men's qualifier, you saw that Red Gerard really laid waste to this course. We saw Kyle Mack riding so well. That was a qualifier to join the three who were already in pre-qualified from last year: Tyler Nicholson, Mark McMorris, and Marcus Cleveland.
You're talking about heavy metal contenders. We have a story from Corbin Harris on some more metal contenders. Corbin?
Yeah, Corbin's down there on the course. He was giving us a report earlier on the conditions. Any update from down there on the Jeep Slopestyle course, Corbin?
Yeah, guys, we have a little update right now. Silja and Anna are out of the contest. They've pulled out. They thought it was a little slow this morning, and they're not feeling safe out there. So they are going to scratch from the contest, but we're going to go ahead with the rest of it.
Thank you, Corbin. Wow, shocking news.
Did not see that coming.
Two medal favorites. We talked about Anna Gasser perhaps as the outright favorite to winning this, pulling out. So with that, Celia and Anna are out. We'll have to see who the alternates are that come in for this thing, or if we even have any, and it becomes a 6-woman event.
At this point, we will not have any alternates. It's only going to be 6 women, as our 2 alternates here for the event are replacing Spencer O'Brien and Claudia Medlova. That is one of them right there.
Whenever you're ready.
Layla, pardon me, I always get a little bit confused with that one, but she is such a strong rider, Brando.
It stands to reason because she's making her X Games debut. She may not be a household name yet, but you watch her ride and you see the potential from this 16-year-old.
Now at this point, you gotta wonder. Anna Gasser, Celia Norendal, they pull out both under 120 pounds. But you talk about Layla, she's only 97 pounds. If she can make the jumps, there's no reason those 2 women can't either.
At the end of the day, it's personal preference. You've got to figure out what you want to do, what you feel safe doing. But let's not forget, this is Layla's X Games debut, coming here from Japan to Aspen for the first time to compete.
And playing safe, cab 540, going frontside 540, and there it is. That's going to be the issue, folks. Layla not going fast enough on that second jump, hitting the knuckle and unable to land. Clearly a speed issue.
So we take another look at Layla's first run, really her X Games debut run. As you said, playing it safe, which is probably a smart strategy as you're dropping in for the very first time onto an X Games slope style course in a final. But what goes wrong there?
So she just doesn't have enough speed. Here's a good look at it. Frontside 540 does the trick very good, but see how she lands on that flat part, the knuckle is what that's called? Well, if you land there, you're going to get bounced. That's a high impact area. You're not going to be able to land. But Layla's all smiles.
A 42 for Layla, and the first run officially in the books. Again, if you're just joining us, it's a 3-run final. They get 3 cracks on this course, and we just had a couple of ladies drop, Celia Norendal and Anna Gasser. So this 8-woman field becomes 6.
Now, someone who shouldn't have any problem with speed is Annie Ruukijärvi, the Finn Brando.
Annie Ruukijärvi in her 7th X Games appearance. She's the first X Games rookie to win women's snowboard slopestyle. She did it back in 2011. She also has a silver medal in her X Games career.
A little sketchy on that second rail, but quickly cleaning it up here on the rainbow rail. Now she's really got to tuck into this first jump. Coming in switch stance, going cab 540, putting it down. This is where we saw Layla, our first rider, come up short, but Annie Ruukijärvi, she's making it.
No problem for Annie. 3rd and final jump.
Beautiful backside 540. We have an event, Brando. Let's go.
What a first run for Annie Ruukijärvi. Just laying waste to the Jeep Slopestyle course right out the gate. Again, conditions not totally ideal. Course isn't riding the way you want it to. Annie Ruukijärvi has you thinking otherwise when you watch this.
They're still going to hand out medals. Annie Ruukijärvi, well, she wants one. And this is why. Frontside 360, very, very stylish. She's not trying to do her hardest tricks. She's trying to do tricks that will get her to the landing, but she's really good at making them look good. That backside 540 stalefish, you can't do it any better than that. That was perfect.
Purdy.
No hand touch, rides away clean. She's got to be happy.
An 85.66. We have an official leader of the clubhouse as Annie takes over first place. We know it's early in the comp, but a run like that's got to have her confidence sky high. So here's Christy Pryor in her 4th X Games appearance. When she competes at X Games, she medals. She had a silver in Oslo in 2016 and a bronze here in Aspen 2015. Just missed out on the podium in slopestyle 2 years ago. But this seems like a course that's really made for her if her riding's up to speed, given the conditions.
Very, very tentative on that second rail, just doing a gap 50-50. And very tentative on the A-frame rail. You want to see her get sideways, you want to see her do a trick, but could be prepping for something like this. Huge backflip from Christy Pryor. Looks like she's carrying enough speed for this red. Ooh, no, she is not. Straight air here. Going off the toes, frontside 540. Not having any trouble with speed on the money booter there, Brandon, but just going down.
And it should be noted that the course can change minute by minute. These girls have been out here for a couple hours between practice and when our original start time was supposed to come. Given the last time she may have even dropped in on this course, it could be riding differently. Knowing she's got 3 runs here, we know we don't like to see safety runs in the final, but given the conditions, maybe that's what she was going for out here on run number 1.
I think she was just feeling it out. The more the riders ride the course, the faster it's going to get. The more time that new snow gets worked in there, the faster it will get. So maybe Christy Pryor just keeping her mellow, getting one under her belt.
A 35.33 for Christy, but again, she'll get 2 more attempts here. So no Anna and no Celia.
Yeah, Jamie.
Yeah,
Got this, girl. Feel it.
Which means we will now drop Jamie Anderson. She's medaled in every X Games slopestyle appearance. The most successful X Games slopestyle athlete of all time. Not woman, athlete.
Thank you.
Man or woman. She has the record. 6 consecutive silver medals though, Craig.
Where does she keep all the hardware, Brando?
I don't know, probably some sort of cabinet that was custom built just for this stage.
But as you said, 6 silver medals. And Jamie Anderson, she's competitive. She doesn't like silver medals. She likes gold medals.
So Jamie Anderson trying to get back on the top of the podium, a place she hasn't been here in Aspen since 2013. But that doesn't mean her style hasn't progressed, because she wins everything else, including a gold medal at the 2014 Olympics when slopestyle made its debut. Of course, she's a favorite heading into the Olympics in just a couple of weeks. But boy, would she love to get back on top!
Goodness! And she's a favorite here today, Cap. Double 9. That was so sick. Frontside 7. Oh my goodness. Puts her hands up. Now, Jamie Anderson was not struggling with speed at all. We hope she's okay after that fall. It was very violent. She's up, riding away. But hey, we're going to look at that cab double 9 again, because that was a thing of beauty.
Wow, what a run she was putting together, Craig, as we take one more look.
Solid throughout the top part of the rails, that 50 back 1 on that down flat. And here is what went wrong. Cab double 9 on the top one. This is the second jump here. Going frontside 720. Now speed for everyone has been an issue, but not for Jamie Anderson. Look how far down she goes. Really surprised herself. Boom. Puts the knee down. Ooh, a little violent crash.
Yeah.
It's always good, though, when you can put your snowboard down first. That's taking all the impact. Your legs are the shocks.
Really good point. It was amazing how quickly she popped back up. There you see X Games Medical with her now a 57. So that puts her into second, even with that big fall. But my goodness, Craig, if she can complete that run, and we hope that she is okay and will continue, that's a gold medal run potentially.
With Anna Gasser and Celia Norendal out, if Jamie lands that, there's no reason she will not take the gold medal.
Of course, Jamie went down hard in big air last year, and that was tough to see because she was putting some nice runs together. Just some bad luck the last couple of years, I think, when it comes to injuries here at X Games. But we know she has the prowess. We know she has the talent. And at 27 years old, she's still at the top of the game.
Well, this may be old school thinking, Brando, but if you're not falling, you're not trying hard enough. And Jamie Anderson was criticized for a number of years of maybe just playing a little safe.
That's a great point.
None of the other competitors could catch up to her, so why try new tricks?
If you're not being pushed, do you really need to go beyond what you're capable, or I shouldn't say capable, but comfortable?
Yes,
because we know what she's capable of.
And now she's trying heaters and putting them down. Unfortunately, going down on that frontside 720, but we cannot wait for Jamie's second and third run.
And now our defending gold medalist, 20 years old, out of Westport, Connecticut, Jules Marino.
Jules Marino taking the slopestyle world by storm with that gold medal last year. Huge accolade to have under your belt, and solid thus far in her first of 3 runs.
Julia's 2017 at X Games. Slopestyle, big air. Big air in Aspen, bronze. Gold medal, Aspen, slope. Big air, silver, Norway, slopestyle, bronze, Norway.
And she's on one here today, 2018, at the Jeep slopestyle course, making it her own. There's that cab double underflip, puts it down! I think we just saw our leading run.
Julia Marino says, you know what? You're talking so much about Jamie Anderson and Anna Gasser and Celia Nordahl, who aren't even out here competing right now. What about the defending gold medalist?
She wants more bling, Brando, and she wants it to be gold. Solid top section on the rail here. 50-50 front, 360 out. Probably the most technical rail trick we'll see on that down flat from any woman in the field. And here's where she really got our attention with that cab double underflip. She really goes straight over on this cab double underflip, where we saw Jamie's was more of a cab double 9, where kind of went off kilter as opposed to completely upside down. But Julia Marino putting her down.
Julia says, stop talking about who isn't here and start talking about the defending gold medalist. What a first run for Marino. Let's see how the judges scored this one.
It's got to be higher than an 85.66, the Finn Annie Rukijärvi sitting in first place. And it is, Brando!
A 90 on the dot for Julia Marino. She takes over first place. So run one's officially in the books. Let's head down to Corbin Harris for a report from the course.
Wow, how's that? Julia taking over that #1 position there. Congratulations. She's back on top now. We've also got a report. Haley is out after a crash that she's had earlier on. And we've also got Jamie. The X Games doctors were onto it down here. She's got the all clear. She's back on the ski and she's heading to the top.
Thank you, Corbin. Love to hear that because we saw what Jamie was putting together. So the fact that she's good enough and healthy enough to get back up there means we got ourselves a contest, my friend.
Corbin Harris with some top-notch reporting. Give us a little bad news, but then bringing our spirits up, knowing that Jamie Anderson will be riding again, and we're just getting word that maybe Haley Langland might be coming into the booth.
It sounds like officially not a drop, just skipping her first run, so we would love to see her back here. Of course, our defending gold medalist from women's big air, but there you see Julia Marino, our defending gold medalist with the top score. More from the women's snowboard slopestyle final right after this. Welcome back to the Jeep Slopestyle course here on day 2 of X Games Aspen 2018. We are in the midst of our women's snowboard slopestyle final, and our defending gold medalist, Julia Marino, came correct with that 90 on the dot to lead the way after run 1.
The story's been so far the course. It has been hard to gain speed, and riders have been dropping and coming back into this like it's musical chairs. Anna Gasser, Celia Nordahl, they are out. Haley Langland didn't take her first run. She possibly will be taking her second. We worried about Jamie after a crash on her first one, but she will be taking her second and third.
Japanese rider Leila Iwabuchi, 16 years old. You saw that, the youngest in our field, just 4'11". But the stage not too big for her. She rode well on that first run. It wasn't clean, but it's always tough to be the first one to drop in, especially in your very first X Games where conditions are less than ideal.
97 pounds. Speed affects her more than any other athlete in the field. She's going cab 5. Now, this is where she knuckled. I just don't think she's going to be going fast enough. Frontside 540. It's picking up,
yes.
though, Brando. She puts it down, coming in the third and final jump. And opting out of that.
She elects not to take it.
Pardon me, Layla. Regular footed rider, left foot forward, so she went front 5 into that cab 5, which is a very gutsy move, especially on that second jump. Pretty big, she knuckled it. She's hitting it switch here, but the speed is picking up. We saw Jamie Anderson go to the absolute bottom of that. We saw Aniruki Yarvi stomp a full run, and then obviously Julia Marino. So women are making and clearing the jumps with tricks.
Really textbook. I love that grab. Held it all the way through.
Absolutely, and here's that cab 5 that she puts down.
You worried that she didn't have enough speed. I think she's listening to the broadcast. She, oh, really, Craig?
Very, very, very close to knuckling, but she doesn't.
A 48.66, so she ups her first run score, but again, not taking that third jump, certainly hurting her in the points department. So here's Aniruki Yarvi, who had a very strong run 1. Obviously has won a gold medal in this event before. That was 7 years ago, but she does have the goods clinging to that 85.66.
Aniruki Yarvi, the only Finnish X Games women athlete to ever win a medal, and she wants to do it again here today. Sitting in a great spot, second position. Very good run in the books. Let's see if she adds some technicality on the jumps. Keeping those rails the exact same, gaining a lot of speed off that rainbow rail. Big cab 540. Into the second jump. And she is adding a frontside 720. We saw her go frontside 360 in her first run, adding another 360 to that, and going backside 720. Aniruki Yarvi, she's sitting in second. She wants to be in first, though, Brando.
Step your game up. After Julia Marino put down her first run, I love to see Aniruki Yarvi react and say, I've got to push myself. A silver medal I'm not content with. What can I do to get into the 90s?
Well, what she can do is bump up that technicality on the jumps. And here's where she did that. Frontside 720. Now, I don't like how she didn't get the grab. Definitely going to be docked for that. But a frontside 720 no grab versus a frontside 360 grab, it's going to be a gray area there. Glad I'm not a judge. And on this backside 720, getting the grab there, but letting go and opening up. I don't think it's enough to beat Marino in first place, but it's enough to bump up her score.
You called it an 87.33. Second place is where she stays, but not able to catch Marino.
Okay, Christy, whenever you're ready.
So Christy Pryor ready to drop in. She's sitting in fifth. Did not have a clean first run, trying to replace that 35.33.
Now on her first run, Brando, she was very mellow on the rails, which she is usually very, very good at. This is one of her strongest suits. So I'm just curious as to why she's taking that 50-50 approach. A 50-50 is just a normal slide on the rail there. She's going for a front lip. Nose blunt, if you will. But then there's that 50 back 1, so she's obviously cleaning it up, feeling like she has a lot more speed into this first jump.
Again, run 1 felt more of a course test for Christy. Really putting it together here in attempt number 2.
Cab underflip into on this final jump, frontside 720 off the toes. Not really holding the grab, but landing on it. Definitely put her name in podium contention.
Yeah, because right now we've got 6 ladies in the field competing. If you're just joining us, Anna Gasser and Celia Norendal deciding to drop from the contest, not liking the way the course was riding given the conditions. So we've only got 6 in here. We're giving away 3 medals. It's a 3-run format. Christy with a much stronger run number 2. And guess what? She gets one more crack at this thing.
She does. She can clean up this frontside 720. Really don't like that landing. Putting the hand down, really under-rotated, but she stays upright with a score of 69, Brando.
69, nice. Puts Pryor into bronze medal position, and she can clean things up, so she's got to be feeling pretty good already in podium position. But it's Julia Marino still leading the way. We're midway through run number 2 here in the women's snowboard slopestyle final, and it's Julia Marino, our defending gold medalist, still in the lead. You see she and Jamie Anderson still yet to run for their second attempt, so we'll see if things get shaken up. But we just got some breaking news, Craig. Haley Langland, who skipped her first run, is officially out of the contest due to heel contusions.
Now, she's opting out of this slopestyle final. We got to wonder if she will ride in big air. We'll just have to wait and see.
Right. Of course, Haley Langland, our defending gold medalist in big air. Perhaps she's putting her focus toward that, and to be healthy enough for it, we shall see. But no Haley Langland, which means this 6-woman final is now officially just 5.
And that 5-woman final gives Jamie Anderson a much better shot of jumping into that gold medal position. Now, we talked about her off the top last run. 6 consecutive silver medals. That's got to get old fast.
Jamie Anderson in the podium is no stranger, but she's here to reclaim a gold medal, something she hasn't earned at X Games since 2013.
What's going to get her that gold medal, Brando? This jump right here. 1, 2, that was a cab double 9, different than Julia Marino's cab double underfoot. This is where she fell on run 1, though.
Yes!
No mistakes on that frontside 720.
So proper, Craig.
Backside 540, Jamie Anderson. She wants to play ball.
Whammy. Jamie Anderson, who was in bronze medal position, went down hard on her first run, but so solid, technically savvy, and there's a reason why she's the most dominant slopestyle athlete in X Games history. Look at this.
270 on, 270 out of that flat down, and here's that cab double 9. So solid. Jamie Anderson stepped up her game in 2018 and puts down a solid, especially after taking such a hard crash.
Can you do it any better than this, Craig? I'm not being rhetorical. I legitimately want to know. Can you do it?
Well, the one thing I got to tell you, Brando, is Jamie Anderson, she's got another run, and she's got bigger tricks, too.
We have
94.
a new
Wow.
leader, 94 for Jamie Anderson, back in familiar territory as she claims the top spot. And look who she just took it away from, Julia Marino. Now, how does our defending slopestyle gold medalist return the favor?
Julia Marino, very solid on this down flat rail. I like this 50-50 frontside 360 out. Getting to the end again.
What a score, though, for Jamie. A 94. I mean, Julia Marino had a very strong run number 1. What can she do to push back and get into the top spot?
Now, I just don't know if Julia has any more tricks than she really brought out in her first run. There's that front side 720. She's got a cab double underflip. We see her put that down. Backside 540. So she's going to be doing the same run she did in run 1. The rails were a little bit cleaner, and that landing was a little bit cleaner. Now, this is going to be interesting, Brando. Do you feel that's enough to bump her 90 into a 94 plus?
I think it bumps her 90, but I don't know that it gets to be 94.01. Perhaps a point or two. It's great, and I think the judges always applaud when you clean things up, but the trick selection, I just don't know that it's there compared to what Jamie just did.
Jamie's rails were very, very solid, and so were Julia's, but Jamie had that front side 720, that cab double 9, and you see Julia Marino's cab double underflip. So when Julia does hers, she goes very backflippy, right head over heels. When Jamie Anderson does her cab double 9, that's what you hear of the decoration. Double underflip versus double 9. Jamie's is double 9, Julia's double underflip.
Well, we have a battle brewing. Jamie Anderson taking away the top spot from Julia Marino, but is Marino able to grab it right back here, completing run number 2? Cleaner than her first attempt, but is it enough to knock off Jamie? A 92, so a slight increase as we assumed, but not enough to leapfrog Jamie Anderson. Oh my goodness, are we in for a treat when it comes to third and final run time, which is right around the corner. Jamie Anderson taking over the top spot here on the Jeep Slopestyle course.
It's going to be very interesting to see if Julia Marino can add some spice to that run. because that Jamie Anderson 94 is going to be very tough to beat, Brando.
Let's not forget about any rookie RV who's floating right there in that third spot. But let's head down to Corbin Harris.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. You've taken over that spot after you had a pretty wild crush to start off. What happened there?
Well, my wax homie Ryan hooked me up with some speed, and it changes so quick, you know, the speed, and there's so much to focus on. I just went a little bit too big and ended up smashing my face. Kind of scared me. I thought I had a bloody nose, but thankfully I didn't. And yeah, when I went back up there, I was pretty shooken up, but I just tried to take a couple deep breaths and get back into my focus mode, rise above the noise and all the chaos, and just try to do what I came here to do, put a run down and have fun.
I like that. So what's your plan going into this third and final run now? Are you going to send it?
I'm going to send it, for sure.
I like that. We'll get back up there.
Thank you.
Jamie Anderson will not play it safe. You heard it here first. She is in first place. Can she add a 5th career X Games gold medal? We'll find out right after this. Welcome to the Jeep Slopestyle course here on day 2 of X Games Aspen 2018. It's third and final run time here in the women's snowboard slopestyle final. Brandon Graham alongside the pro Craig McMorris. And really the story here today, Craig, the 3 athletes that dropped out right before the final began.
This slopestyle event, Brando, it's been insane. Big names not even dropping in. Haley Langland, she's got heel bruises. Everybody's wondering if she's going to be competing in the big air later this weekend. Celia Norendal, Anna Gasser just choosing not to go at all. We had a couple injuries in practice this week. Both our alternates are in it. It's been a wild show, and it's been fun to watch, Brando.
A 5-lady final, but we've still got to give out some medals. Our current leader, Jamie Anderson, who put down a ridiculous 94 on run number 2.
We have never seen Jamie Anderson put down a cab double 9. That's a cab double cork as opposed to the double underflips we saw in the slopestyle event last year. She fell hard on run 1, but in run 2, make no mistake, Brando, she came in, she dropped a 94, and she wants a gold medal. We said this, 6 consecutive silvers. She don't want one of those anymore, Brando.
The most accomplished slopestyle athlete in X Games history, trying to get a gold medal for the first time here in Aspen since 2013. There's a look at the standings. It's Jamie leading the way. Julia Marino, our defending gold medalist, right on her heels, though.
Julia Marino landed her run twice. After run 1, she was in the lead. She tried to clean up her run in run 2. She did that, but it wasn't enough to catch Anderson. She's going to need a little bit more spice.
And there we see the lone rookie in today's field, Layla Iwabuchi, 16 years old. She's sitting in 5th place. Put together a nice run on attempt number 2, but did not take the 3rd jump. We'll see if that changes here on her final attempt.
I really hope she gains a little bit more speed. She's only 97 pounds, and with the speed issues we've been having here today, it affects her the most. So, on run 1, she knuckled jump 2. On run 2, she made jump 2, but chose not to hit jump 3. It's run 3 right now, folks. Will she choose to hit all 3? We gotta wait and find out.
But again, proving this stage not too big as she makes her X Games debut at all of 16 years old.
Now, I think this is a very smart choice. She did that front 5, coming into that 2nd jump switch stance, knows she doesn't have enough speed to make it to that landing area, so she opts out of it.
So Layla not putting it down on the final 2 jumps, trying to play it safe. Again, the conditions a little less than ideal on this course, but getting her feet wet on the X Games stage. There's no replacing that, and it's great to see her out here today.
The only rookie in the field. And it's amazing she ran all 3 runs. She really wanted to. You would maybe see a couple other rookies, see veterans like Gasser and Norendal pull out and say, maybe I am not going to be going fast enough. But Layla, she went for all 3 runs.
Any rookie RV. She's sitting in that bronze medal position, put down an 85.66 on run 1, then upped it to an 87.33. Can she catch Marino at that 92 and try and take over a silver medal position?
Well, any rookie RV, backside 360 out of that down flat, a little bit sketchy. Trying to go board slide to 50-50 on that flat down. Now, Brando, I don't know if any rookie RV, the Finn has the tricks on the jumps to catch up to Anderson or Marino. She needs something double flippy, double corky, if you will. Cap 5, front 7, cleaning that up, getting the grab on that second one, but going a little bit too big, hands in the air. Saying, why couldn't I just ride away from that?
Oh, so close. But again, Annie is in that bronze medal position. There's only one rider who can potentially bump her out of that. She's coming up next as we take one more look.
So on run 2, Annie Rookie RV did that frontside 720, but she didn't even grab. Here, she really gets that grab, but goes really far down. This is a good sign, Brando. The course is speeding up. So as riders drop, they have more speed to play with, bigger tricks to play with too.
Annie will hold on to that 87.33. The only rider that can push her out of a medal is Christy Pryor right there, whose competitive career has been a delicate balance of pushing the limits and trusting herself. Let's hear from Christy in the life-proof Go for Unbroke profile.
My name is Christy Pryor. I'm from Wanaka, New Zealand, and I've been snowboarding since I was 17 years old. It gets to the point where, like, do you want it more than you're afraid of it? And then I guess with all the injuries for a while, I thought I was more afraid of it than I wanted it. And then coming back, I realized this is awesome. This is where I want to be, and I want it more than I'm afraid of it. You know, it does push me and it challenges me and it scares the living shit sometimes. You have to push through those at times whether you learn a new trick, drop it into a course, and the weather's sketchy or whatever it is. Like, you know, like trusting yourself, trusting your ability, trusting you'll know what to do if things do go wrong. Because at the end of the day, those are the things you have to do to enjoy this awesome lifestyle we're so blessed to be able to live.
Well, Christy Pryor is trying to bump Annie Rookie RV out of that bronze medal spot. It all really comes down to this for Christy. If she can get another X Games medal, she's got to do it right now on her third and final attempt.
Score to beat 87.33. Christy Pryor, she's going for it now. We saw her in run 1 and 2 be very tentative on the rails. Thus far, she's going with more technicality, and that's what the judges want to see. 3-run format, your best run count. So that run 1, that run 2, that's out of the picture. She's putting it down in run 3, Brando.
So far, a complete run from Christy. Can she get it in the jump section?
Getting that cab underflip, bringing her back around to her goofy-footed stance, her natural way of riding. Oh. Backside 720, and ooh, that knuckle came up very uninvited.
And that's really been the story of the day, has been the speed going into that jump. Are you getting enough to not hit that knuckle? It's been an issue time and time again for the ladies here today.
But you got to applaud Christy Pryor from New Zealand going for it. The past number of years, she has battled so many injuries, and she was an alternate in this event here today.
Right, very good point.
Spencer O'Brien hurting herself in practice, so Christy Pryor getting the nod. And what that does to you mentally is really, you know, puts the pressure on. You're practicing, don't know if you're going to compete, and then all of a sudden you're in there. You got to put down on the world's biggest stage, and Christy Pryor going for it with that backside 720 coming up short, and that will be the Kiwis' day.
So with that, Rookie RV is promised a medal. She earns her very first X Games bronze medal. Only thing we don't know, Craig, is who's going to earn the gold.
Is it going to be Jamie Anderson, as you see right there, or her American comrade, Julia Marino? We will answer that question when we return after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Welcome back to the Jeep Slopestyle course. It's our third and final runs here in the Women's Snowboard Slopestyle final, and our podium is in place, as in we know who's going to win first, second, and third. I should say we know who's got third. Annie Rookie RV promised a bronze. What we don't know, Craig, is who's going to earn gold.
Anderson, Marino, who's walking away with the top spot?
Well, Jamie Anderson's success has been well documented. She's earned a podium in every X Games slopestyle event she's ever competed in. Let's now hear about Jamie's competitive approach.
I didn't think I was competitive until I started not winning. Then I realized, oh, maybe I am competitive.
Jamie Anderson, who has dominated women's slopestyle for the last 5 years.
Winning the last Olympics, coming back as a favorite to defend my title, that has a little bit of heat, a little bit of pressure. When I get to an event or a competition and I feel those butterflies in my stomach and the uncertainty of the outcome, it's just kind of fun. Like, nerves are fun. Last year at Winter X Games, I ended up getting second place, which was awesome, but as we all know, I really like to win. So this year at X Games, I feel like my goal isn't necessarily the biggest, gnarliest tricks. It's just making everything I do look the best that I possibly can. When you see someone snowboard with a lot of steez, like style and ease, it kind of makes you want to go ride. So hopefully make people want to go snowboarding when they see me.
Jamie Anderson, all she does is podium in slope. 13 X Games medals in 16 appearances. She's medaled in every slopestyle appearance. The most successful X Games slopestyle athlete of all time. 6 consecutive silver medals though, Craig. She's in first place. Can she get back on top?
That is the question. We know she will have 14 medals after this event is done. What color that medal will be, we have yet to find out.
And the material as well.
Absolutely. We don't know what it's made of. Anyways, Jamie Anderson, run 3. In run 2, she put down an absolute scorcher. Cab double cork 9, front side 720, backside 5. We know she's got that cab double 9. Is she going to bring that front 10? She was talking to our third member of our team, Corbin Harris. She said, run 3, I'm in first place. I'm still going to send it.
So Jamie Anderson in an enviable position being in first place. However, the defending gold medalist, Julia Marino, who's in silver medal position, is the last one to drop into the Jeep slopestyle course.
So this position Jamie Anderson is in right now is not safe, but she is opting for a safety run. There is where she did that cab 9 double, opting for just a cab 540, front side 720, and what does she have on the money booter here? Backside rodeo, that's a new one for Jamie Anderson. We've seen her do that a couple times on smaller jumps, but pulling out a backside rodeo on that big money booter, that's a good show for the fans.
And again, she's head of the class right now. She's in first place. She knows that Julia Marino is going to have to go for broke if she wants to catch her. The pressure is on Marino, the defending gold medalist, not her.
So much pressure on Marino. The question is, does she have the tricks to take down Jamie Anderson?
While we don't yet know if she's going to hold on to this gold medal spot, we do know that she's guaranteed a medal, and with that, she ties Kelly Clark for the most X Games medals by a woman in X Games history.
That
powerful, Craig.
That is some pretty high company there. Run 3 score coming in 83. She's going to throw that one away. Sit with that 94.
You know, Craig, when an 83.33 is on your safety run, you know you've had a good day. So here it is, pressure cooker. 2-minute warning. It all comes down to this. Julia Marino, she's in second place. She won the gold medal in this event last year. She's 2 points behind Jamie. What can she do to get herself at least a 94.01 to defend her title?
She is going to need to be perfect on the rails. 50-50 front side 360. She's gone 3 for 3 on that one. To be noted. Ooh. Not nice.
A big miscue from Julia Marino on that rail.
The only way she can attack Jamie Anderson right now is an absolutely scorching jump section. Front side 720. Going backside 540, so thus far the same as she did in her first 2 runs. And we're going to assume this will be a cab double underflip. Up and over twice, putting it down very solid, but I don't want to speak too soon. It's looking like Jamie Anderson might break the silver streak.
6 straight silver medals for Jamie Anderson, trying to get back on the top for the first time since 2013. A solid run from Marino, but as we saw off the top, not quite what we needed to see from her in the rail section, and you know the judges took note.
This is what bit her. 50-50 on this flat down. Look at her come off before she gets to the down. At that point, her ability to catch Jamie Anderson has just gone down the drain. She also does the same run she did in runs 1 and 2. Very impressive run, getting her a silver medal, but that's not going to touch a 94.
So we await the judges' score again. Jamie Anderson with that 94 in first place. Was it enough for Marino to bump her, or will she have to settle for a silver medal? An 83.33, so with that, Jamie Anderson back on top of the X Games podium since 2013.
14 X Games medals, and the last one, that's a pretty color.
Let's head down to Corbin, who's with our newly minted gold medalist.
Thanks, guys. Congratulations. Another gold medal. How are you feeling right now? This is unbelievable.
I'm really happy. Yeah, that was crazy. Definitely tapping into that perseverance, rising above the chaos. It's just, yeah, it's hard out here sometimes, but that was fun. I'm so proud of all the girls who pulled through and rode. Wasn't the most ideal conditions, but it got better and better.
How did you refocus after that first slam that you had?
Honestly, sent a little prayer out to the universe, tapped into that Aspen power, all the trees around us, and yeah, happy to see all the fans out here. I wanted to put one down for everyone who supports me.
And that you did. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So Jamie Anderson with another gold medal, the 5th of her X Games career, and this one might be the sweetest given the conditions, given how hard she went down in that first attempt, Greg.
Huge slam on run 1, gets run 2, puts it down. So much perseverance from Jamie Anderson, well deserving of that gold medal.
There you see our 2018 women's snowboard slopestyle podium. Jamie Anderson back on top. Julia Marino has to settle for silver, and any rookie RV earning her very first X Games bronze medal. What an event.
The ability of those 3 athletes to put all the distractions out and out of their minds, go down, put down a solid slopestyle run. We had speed issues, we had people dropping out, we had injuries, but that didn't affect our podium.
What a start to day 2 here at Buttermilk Mountain. We're just getting started here at X Games. The Snow Bike Cross Final when we come back.
Oh,